Hey, hi, my name is Chris. Welcome back to my channel. I am doing a daily vlog every single day for 1,000 days. And I think today is probably, vlog 58, 59, getting close to 60, guys. So thank you for coming along and following me on my journey. And like I say, if you're not subscribed, if you could give me a subscribe, I'd really appreciate you. Today, I want to tell you a very quick story. So a friend of mine and myself, obviously, we travelled to Iceland in 2018. I had a magical time there. It was absolutely fantastic. My friend is absolutely brilliant. We had a great time, and you wouldn't believe this, we didn't see the Northern Lights. Now, you can't make nature materialise, can you? You just can't. And so I didn't see the Northern Lights there. And strangely enough, you know, in the city I live, which is Plymouth, we had a situation where for the first time ever in all my entire life here in this city, we saw the Northern Lights, and it was so magical. It was so special. I'll try and find a photo and pop it up here, which I took a photo at the time, but oh my goodness, well, it was astounding. So I went all those thousands of miles to Iceland, and the reality is I found it here in Plymouth. And that was incredible. So I think what I'm trying to illustrate is sometimes you can travel all over, you can go everywhere, but sometimes the thing that you're looking for is actually close by. And that's important to know, isn't it? Good morning. And it's important to know that sometimes when you chase something, sometimes you don't realise it. You've got it right on your doorstep. It is right in front of you. And that kind of highlighted things for me. It made me feel that, to be grateful for what we have sometimes. But when I went on that trip, it was great. My friend and I, we ended up going to the Blue Lagoon and we had a swim. That was quite lovely. It was quite magical. And we went in January, by the way, and the snow drifts and snowstorms there was an awful lot. And yeah, I just remember thinking, what a magical country this is. And a quick story, as I was leaving, my friend was having breakfast at the airport. I then was having breakfast with him, but I looked over and I saw this shop which was selling men's coats. And ironically enough, I'm wearing a red jacket today, right? So I saw this red jacket and it had fur around the hood. Now, we've seen them, a million times, haven't we? We've seen them loads and loads of times, these kind of coats and jackets. But I went over to the shop and I tried it on. And the sales assistant, who was probably, not far from my age, we struck up this very impromptu conversation. I mean, have you ever had that? Have you ever had like a very impromptu, really funny, really nice conversation? So we had this conversation, and we were both laughing and joking, and she wasn't trying to sell me this jacket, not even remotely. And there was a connection there, She was a beautiful black woman who had a lovely sense of humour and a great heart. And we spent about 15 minutes there in the shop, and she asked me my name, and I really can't remember what she was called. And if she does ever see this, then please forgive me. But I thought you were wonderful. And she actually said to me, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm obviously going to get on a plane and head back to my hometown of Plymouth. And she said to me, don't go, just don't go, just stay. She said, I'll take 2 weeks off and I'll show you the entire island. We'll have a great time. Well, my heart just sort of fluttered for a second, and I really wanted to throw caution to the wind and take her up on it. But I obviously didn't, because, I had people that I loved and cared for and commitments. And that's the thing as an adult, that can draw you back, can't it? But for a split second, I flirted with the idea that prospect could have been a reality. So I didn't actually take her up on that. And it was sometimes you meet people and just have this instant connection. Instant. I don't know what it is. Call it karma, call it fate, call it whatever you call it. But it was something that was truly incredible, for the short time that I met this lady. She was lovely. But I didn't take the opportunity. I thanked her profusely. I then boarded the plane, and the funny thing was, is that when my friend and I boarded the aircraft, as you know, it's Iceland, it's January, it's absolutely snowing a blizzard outside. Any other airport wouldn't fly, but no, this is Iceland, this is Reykjavik, we're gonna fly. And we taxi out onto the runway, and I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be interesting. And then over the loudspeaker, the captain said, "Hello, I'm your captain." And the lady captain sounded very confident. And I remember thinking, wow, here we go, let's do this. So we taxied down the runway, we went storming down the runway at a rate of knots, and then obviously we took off in this blizzard of a snowstorm, and we're climbing through the clouds, going higher and higher, and then all of a sudden we break above the clouds and we see this beautiful blue sky and sunshine. And I remember thinking, I've had some incredible experiences here in Iceland, and taking the positives, because there's one or two negatives, but mostly you've got to see the good side if you can, see the optimism there. So I just thought I'd share that with you, and then when I got home, a couple of years later, I ended up seeing the Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights, whatever you want to call it. I saw them here in Plymouth. So I wanted to share that incredible story because I think it's worth you guys, hearing it. So yeah, if you can get to go to Iceland, go on, give it a bash. Will I go back? Absolutely, 100%. And I'll look forward to it. Maybe I will do a summer trip there, because that would be probably good, and I can see it in its different light as well, So I've been there in winter, maybe going there in summer. And if you do go there, you've got to have yourself some Icelandic fish and chips. There's a great sort of fish and chip shop. They sell soup as well, by the way, right near this waterfront there. So yeah, beautiful fish and chips. On that note, have a great day. If you're not subscribed already, I'd appreciate a subscribe. And thank you as always, I really appreciate you being part of my journey. And this is a daily vlog of 1000. I think I'm on day 58, 59. I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. See you then. Bye now.